All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in a couple of minutes, we are going to start with this live stream. We're going to let everything catch up here because YouTube is going crazy because YouTube's going crazy because my mic was muted. Let everything catch up here. Hopefully you guys aren't having much buffering issues on your end, but I don't think that'll be a problem. So, I've already got my copy of Hocus Pocus set up. All you guys have to do out there is get your copy of Hocus Pocus set up for the live stream. I'm gonna check Discord one more time. So let's see. I'll put a little message in another server. I'm on multiple servers. There's my server plus some other servers. I'll put a little message in one of the other servers that I'm in, so everybody will know. So it'll be a couple of minutes. In fact, what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to take a little break here. Yeah, hey, Bone Javer. Bone Javer, could you do me a quick favor? If you can tell people in the Renegade server that I'm streaming, that'd be very helpful because Review Man, if Review Man is on the Renegade server, he wanted to know when I'm streaming this live stream here. So if Review Man is on the Renegade server, let him know. And let everyone else on the Renegade server know that I'm live streaming my fan commentary of Hocus Pocus here in a couple seconds once we get everything situated. I'll have to. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I have to mute my mic to do some typing because I have to do this with both hands. So, be back in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, I'm back, and Bonejever, I made sure to put you in the announcement that you gave permission for me to do that announcement. So it is now in the announcement tab there on the Renegade server. So here in a couple minutes, once I can get things situated, and if I can stop, if my joints can stop hurting, that'd be nice. This happens every time there's a change of the seasons. All of my joints start to hurt. More specifically, my knees start to hurt. So here in a couple seconds, if all of you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and go for it. So if all of you guys are, for all of you new people that are just joining, if you guys have read the announcement in the Renegade server, I'm watching Hocus Pocus. I'll be doing this here in a couple of minutes. I'm just letting time go by to let everyone get their bearings straight. Just be sure to have your copy of Hocus Pocus ready, because here in a couple of minutes I'll be doing a little sync up here. Okay, when we go to do the sync up, I'll be saying 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, go. So what you're gonna have to do is get your copy of Hocus Pocus ready, whether it's a digital version or if it's a DVD version. I believe it's on Netflix, I think. So wherever you wish to watch Hocus Pocus from, whether it's a digital version or a DVD or Blu-ray version, get your version get your version ready. Go into the actual movie. You'll put in the movie. It'll go to the main. It should go to the main menu. Press play and go to timestamp 0. When the movie starts up, if you can see the timestamp, there should be, the movie is 1 hour 36 minutes and 4 seconds long. So what you're going to have to do is go to timestamp 0. Pause it at timestamp 0. Keep it there until we do the 3, 2, 1, go. So, if all of you are ready, which I'm guessing everyone watching this live stream after the fact on the VOD, which is video on demand, which is the VOD afterwards, I'm pretty sure that you guys are ready for it. So, without further ado, let's get this sync up going. And I may want to turn the volume down on the movie because I'm wearing headphones. So, there won't be any audio, there won't be any video of the movie. It'll just be the Let's Talk live stream picture, and it'll also just be me talking. So you'll have to have your copy of Hocus Pocus in order to watch this with me. So without further ado, I've gone on too long. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. The Halloween tradition has begun. Hocus Pocus. I watch this every Halloween. This is a Halloween tradition for me every year since 1993, and we've got a little... my OBS is going a little crazy because I'm running multiple things in the background, but I may want to... Yeah, I may want to cancel out Steam. If things are buffering, I apologize because OBS doesn't know what to do with all of the background stuff. So I apologize for the buffering and for the drop frames and all that because OBS doesn't have a clue what to do. Again, there is buffering. I want to apologize. I do apologize for the buffering because I'm running multiple things at once. I do apologize for this buffering. I do. I really do. I'm going to close out Discord because that's a thing. Perhaps it's because of that. Again, I apologize for the buffering. Yeah, there is buffering. I apologize for it. Nothing I can... There's probably things I can do to prevent it. I'm going to have to remove a few scenes here, so you'll be seeing some things. There we go. I'm dropping frames, I apologize. I do apologize for the dropped frames. OBS is being a butt. OBS is being a big, big pain in my butt. I apologize for the dropped frames. But the movie is going. OBS is acting like it should. Again, you're seeing a bunch of things pop up on screen, various different changes of the. I had to resituate everything, so I apologize for that. OBS does not have a clue what to do. It's been a while since I have streamed, so OBS is probably not used to all this insanity at this point. So I want to apologize again for the buffering and for the dropped frames. And OBS is just acting nuts. So again, I just apologize for any buffering that may happen. Well, Emily has been taken by the Sanderson Sisters, which doesn't look good. Winifred Sanderson. Yeah, Glorious Morning would look sick to you, Winifred. I haven't streamed in over a month. I didn't really get all the kinks out yet. It's been since last time I streamed was September 29th. So it's been a full month since I've streamed. I didn't get all the kinks out. I do apologize for the dropped frames. But the movie is going fine at this point. Oil a boil and dead man's toe. I need to get a better setup for all this. More specifically, I need to get a better computer that can do everything. And the book has been opened. Getting the potion ready for them to be young again. Dead man's toe. A dash of pox and a dead man's toe. Oh boy. This is just outrageous. Oh man, Mary and oh, I forgot the other Sanderson sister. There's Winifred, Mary, and oh, what's the other one? It's been a while since I've seen this movie, so yeah. You already have a child there, Mary. There's a Thackeray Binks is in the witch's cottage. Mary did smell him, but Winifred just blew it off as nothing. And by the way, if Thackeray Binks looks familiar to you, he should, because this is the same guy that is currently in NCIS. I really should have gotten all the kinks of OBS worked out, because I haven't streamed in who knows how long, in about a month. I apologize for the poor quality of this live stream. Oh, there goes the potion. Well, actually, the potion's still good, but... Oh, never mind. There it goes. Thackeray's pouring out the potion, and Winifred's not having any of it. Going down. And Thackeray Binks is down. Well, Emily Binks is about to have her life sucked from her. Oh, a little burp from Mary. Well, there goes. Emily Binks is now dead, unfortunately. The Sanderson sisters are younger. One life has been snuffed out. Yeah, the Sanderson sisters want to be immortal, young and beautiful for all eternity. Sarah, that's her name. Sarah Sanderson. I thought of it. There we go. Well, Winifred's trying to find a suitable spell to punish Thackeray Binks. And she's found one. Guess what, Thackeray? You get to live forever. Oh boy. Thackeray Binks is being transformed. Oh, Thackeray Binks has now been turned into a black cat, and he will remain that way forever. Oh, the townspeople are now at the door. I missed the first part of the movie where Thackeray had one of his friends summon the elders of the city, of the town elders. But the town elders have come with torches and pitchforks. While Mary and Winifred Sanderson were trying to find some excuse as to why they were doing what they were doing, Sarah just yelled out, "We're sucking the lives out of little children." Congratulations, Sarah. You just got all three of your... You just got yourself hanged. There's a hanging now, but they haven't been hung yet. Well, now they're singing. Ooh. Well, the book is dropped from a person's hand is now giving a warning to everyone. For those of you that have seen this movie before, it's kind of cheesy, but it's a good kind of cheese. And also, I believe the Nostalgia Critic did a review of this movie a couple of weeks ago for Nostalgiaween. Well, Thackeray was trying to get the attention of his father, but his father never knew what became of him. They never knew what happened to him. That black cat that was rubbing up against him was actually his son all along. He just didn't know it. Now we fast forward 300 years later to 1993 at a high school where a teacher is now telling a story of the Sanderson sisters. Max Dennison refuses to believe any of it. Max thinks that Halloween was. Yeah, there you go. But Max thinks Halloween was created by the candy companies. But Allison just gave him some real information of Halloween. Ooh, in case Jimi Hendrix shows up tonight, here's my number. In front of the entire class. In front of everybody, Max writes down his name and his number. And in front of everybody, decides to get up and say, in case Jimi Hendrix shows up tonight, here's my number. In front of everybody. Max, you fool. Well, you didn't mean to embarrass her, you did embarrass her. But even though Allison is saying that you didn't, Max, you better start believing because, well, Max is going to do something stupid, as most Disney characters do. Allison just gave him back his own phone number. The music that's playing right now, I have heard before in various in various other movies. In fact, I think I've heard this particular music in a video game called Lionhead Studios: The Movies. We have the two bullies of the movie, Jake and Ice. Oh, boy. My name is Ice. Oh, man. These bullies don't even have a clue. Got his shoes stolen from him. That is typical bullies of the 1990s. There's another movie that I want to stream, but I'll probably do that at a later date. I just recently purchased Halloween Town at Walmart for cheap. It's not only the first Halloween Town, but it's also the second Halloween Town. I may stream. I may do a a fan commentary stream of that as well. But today is a special Halloween edition of fan commentary with Hocus Pocus, and we're going to get a reveal of another character in this movie, which happens to be hiding in Max's bedroom closet. And it's one of my favorite actors. She's a great, great actress. She's been in many movies that I own. Oh, Allison, you're so soft. Thora Birch, my favorite actress. Thora Birch is one of my favorite actresses. She's not only in Hocus Pocus, but she's also in the first Dungeons and Dragons movie, which I own. Hey, I recognize those drum set. That drum set that Max is playing, I recognize because I used to have a drum set just like that. In fact, it was because of this movie that I wanted a drum set. And you'll have to excuse my coughing and sniffling and all that. Even though it is autumn now, pine and cedar is still a problem. Well, the old days are dead. Here's a pretty good scream by Thora Birch. I wonder how many takes she had to do to get this right. That's a high pitched mom scream. Haven't heard a high pitched scream like that. That was a pretty high pitched scream. Thora Birch's character, Danny, just yelled mom in the most high pitched, angry scream ever. Max is trying everything he can to blend in and not be noticed. But unfortunately for Max, his high school quote buddies are right in front of the house that he's coming from. Oh, Max, you didn't want to draw any attention to yourself, but you did. New Kid on the Block. That's original. A little leaguer. Oh, good grief. Congrats, Danny. You just embarrassed Max in front of about half the guys at school. Well, that candy that Ice has is going to make him sick. And now Max is getting upset. Once the stream is over, I'm going to look over OBS and see what I can do to prevent more of this stuff from happening. So, like I said, it's been about a month since I've done any live streams, so I'm a bit rusty as far as everything is concerned. And plus, I don't trust OBS. The new versions of OBS that are being put out, I don't trust them because the last time I updated OBS, it wouldn't open for me. So I hate updating OBS to a new version because from what I have seen and from personal experience, the new versions of OBS won't work on Windows 7. Why, I don't know. But I'll figure it out once the stream's over. As long as I can stop having dropped frames, that'll be nice. Well, Max and Danny are now in front of a large, large house. Now that's a big house. The house they just happened to go to was Allison's house. All the wow. I would love to be at that party. That is a wow. I would love to be at that party. That's a Renaissance theme party. I did have an idea for a costume this year, but yeah, I just didn't decide to do anything this year. I wanted to dress up as for those of you that are new to my channel, there's a YouTuber by the name of Ben Tolliver, part of the Renegade Media Group. I wanted to dress up as his character, which is the Mad Doctor. I thought about doing that, but I wouldn't have anywhere to go. The only thing I'd be able to do is just go out on the town and plus I don't see any 28, 29-year-old. I don't see any 28-year-olds trick or treating anymore. Oh, they want to go to the yeah, why can't you just take her to the movies like a normal person, Max? Max wants to go to the Sanderson Sisters' house. But Danny doesn't want to, but Max is begging. Well, that's quite a deal you have there, Danny. Danny wants to take Max trick-or-treating next year for Halloween. just as Wendy and Peter Pan. In tights. With tights. Well, there's the Sanderson Sisters' house. Lots of cobwebs. The Sanderson Sisters' house in the movie has been turned into a museum by Allison's parents. Huh, cigarette lighter. Huh. Well, that's creepy. Ooh, they're being watched by an outside source. And there's the spell book. I forgot to do something. I forgot to share this to Facebook and Twitter. Oh well. Oh, there's the outside source that was watching them. It was a cat, which, if you've been paying attention to this movie, it's actually Thackeray Binks, but they don't know that yet. And there's the tagline. Oh, Max just lit the black flame candle. Yeah, you just lit the black flame candle, you jerk. And now the Sanderson sisters are rising from their graves, just as the spellbook predicted. A virgin lit the candle. That's what happened, Max. All the light bulbs broke, and now all those so-called light bulbs are now actual candles. And Winifred Sanderson and the Sanderson sisters are back from the grave. Yeah, Winifred, you're home, but unfortunately for you, you are now in the... You're now in the 20th century. You're in 1993. This isn't the... You've been dead for 300 years, Winifred. Winifred waking up her book. Mary smells children, which is Danny that she smells. Danny's playing this off as if she's the one that brought them back, which is actually not true because oh boy, oh boy. Looks like Danny's gonna be the witch's supper, but here comes Max to save the day. Yes. Well, Winifred is using her lightning bolts from her fingers to play with Max. Oh, this is so good. Once again, some fabulous acting from Thora Birch. And Max is climbing up to the attic. And now he's going to play on the fears of 3 dumb witches. Ah, burning rain of death. They actually think it's the burning rain of death when in fact it's just the sprinklers. How gullible can a witch get? Yeah, move it, Max. Do what the talking cat tells you to do. Well, Max has got the book. And they're leaving with it. And the chase is on. Winifred just figured out that it's just water. They've reached the concrete. They've reached the road, and they think it is a black river. Three witches from the late 1600s are now in 1993, and they have no idea what to do when a fire truck comes running toward them. Which they run from it. Well, they're now at a graveyard, which they'll stay for most of this movie. Thackeray Binks has Thackeray Binks has had 300 years to think about everything. Yep, legends are true. Thackeray Binks is now a black cat. Yep, the black flame candle only works for one night, for Halloween night. Oh, the Sanderson sisters never cease to amaze me, even after all this time. Yeah, but Thackeray's going into a bunch of exposition as to what he's been doing for 300 years. Nice going, Airhead. Three ancient hags versus the 20th century. What could possibly go wrong? A lot of things can go wrong, especially if you start to meddle in the spellbook. Max wants to burn it, but it's protected by magic. Here's the Sanderson sisters again. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. Ooh, much of that had to hurt. A lot of exposition here. Back when I first saw this movie in 1993, I was legitimately scared. This movie scared me to the point where I did have a couple of nightmares back when I was a kid, but yeah, yeah, Thackeray Binks just said, "Well, the witches may not be able to get us. Well, they can't." Winifred Sanderson is reviving an old boyfriend. The dead are rising. Hello, Billy Butcherson. The dead has risen. It's the Walking Dead. Yeah, that's right, Billy. You're dead. Billy Burgess just looked back at his own tombstone and just sighed. Well, got his head knocked off, but he's still alive. It's the Headless Horseman. Well, now they're in the old Salem crypt. Well, Billy Butcherson lost his head. Now he's trying to find it. Well, to say Winifred Sanderson is upset because her book has been stolen would be a little bit of an understatement. Well, even Mary Sanderson can't sniff him out. Well, the Sanderson sisters, more specifically Mary, is suggesting a calming circle and also leaving the brooms behind. Wow, that's a pretty neat crypt. Incoming bus. Salem bus lines. Interesting. Oh, the silly bus driver has no idea that those three ladies are actual witches. A brain dead bus driver. Well, Billy Butcherson's following slowly behind. And I say slowly. The remake of Hocus Pocus that is happening, by the way, is going to be a TV movie. It won't be a theatrical release. It'll be released only on the Disney Channel. Oh, this part of the movie made me so sad when this happened. Thackeray Binks just got run over by a bus. This scene made me so sad back then when I first saw it. But I forgot about Thackeray Binks being immortal. Whenever I saw Thackeray Binks get up from that, I just hit myself in the head and said, "Idiot, you forgot that Thackeray is immortal." Winifred, the Sanderson sisters have never seen Trick or Treaters. Oh, this is why this movie is so funny. It's three witches from the late 1600s that were hanged and later revived 300 years later in 1993, and they're having to face every sort of technological thing and kind of oh, this scene here. The Sanderson sisters think this guy dressed up as the devil is their master, but they're in for a rude awakening. On Halloween, you never know who's going to show up, especially you really may not know who is who because everyone's dressed up. They actually think the guy on the motorcycle they're talking to is an actual cop. But this guy is really playing that cop act real well. Oh, that was great. That scene is so hilarious. They actually thought the guy on the motorcycle was a real cop. Oh, this movie may be cheesy, but it's timeless. This is so great. Yeah, this particular scene didn't really entice me that well back then, and it still doesn't now. They actually, oh, the poor Sanderson sisters. They actually think the guy is actually the devil, and they actually think that the guy's wife is Medusa because of the hair curlers. She had so many hair curlers in her hair, she almost looked like Medusa, and Well, the Sanderson sisters' brooms have been stolen by a bunch of kids who were dressed up as the Sanderson sisters. Oh, my. Actually, Winifred, that's not a torture chamber. That's actually the kitchen. Well, Winifred and the Sanderson sisters have been chased out of the house by a tiny dog. Yep, your rooms were stolen. That's right, Winifred. All Hallows Eve is now a thing where children put on costumes and run amok. Well, the high school gymnasium is a big party. Actually, a big concert. I could play the song that's the song that the band in the movie is playing. I could play that song pretty easily on my bass guitar because the bass line's pretty great. Well, Danny, you just found your mother dressed as Madonna. Well, Max and Danny's going to try to explain to their parents that that the Sanderson sisters are real and that they revived them using the black flame candle. But the thing is, they're not going to believe them because, well, they're parents. There's only the only musical numbers that are in this movie is this particular gymnasium scene. This is giving Winifred Sanderson some ideas. Guy in the background just as Elvis. That's pretty good. Max is going to embarrass himself once again in front of the entirety of the Oh boy. Well, Max, you're gonna embarrass yourself again. That's right. The Sanderson sisters are real. And now Winifred's gonna sing. It wouldn't be a Disney movie without a musical number. I could play the bass line in this so easily. You know, at some point, I've got to film myself playing my bass guitar and upload it to YouTube. I've got to do that at some point. I'm not very good at it, but there are some songs I am good at, but oh well. This music, the song they're singing is very catchy, but unfortunately for everyone that's in the audience singing along, they're actually being put under a spell. Well, now they're under a spell where they have to dance until they drop dead. He names the crabs he's gonna cook in his restaurant. One of them is named Angelo. They almost had the Sanderson sisters almost had them, and they just walked off. They have an idea. Back to the high school. Some high schools will have a very giant burner, a giant I forgot what it's called, but they have a giant oven, specifically a walk-in oven, specifically for creating a bunch of clay pots and stuff like that. And that's exactly where the Sanderson sisters are being lured to. You've got them, Sandersons? They have you. They're stuck in the furnace. Oh, well. They think that they have just killed the Sandersons. Well, they're in. Let's just let them have this little victory. Yeah, Max, you did it. You did it, but not very well. There's a lot of things wrong with this particular little scene here. If the Sanderson sisters are now really dead, the if they are really dead, the spell should be broken. The spell over Thackeray should be broken. Yep, they're still partying because, well, they're under a spell that has them dance forever. There is another movie. There are multiple movies I want to stream, but I'm probably going to put the fan commentaries on hold and go back to doing my 30-minute Let's Talk series. I'll probably do, starting today, I'll probably do only one movie a month. And seeing that, and this is probably going to be for the month of October, um, Hocus Pocus will be the only movie I do for the month of October. But for November, I'll have to get back to you on that one. But coming up on Thursday, my Let's Talk series will be returning on Thursday. So be prepared for that. Well, there's Ernie, well, Ice, and Jake. And they're about to say something they're going to regret. Oh, they called them ugly. Here's the ironic thing about this whole thing. Winifred Sanderson doesn't remember the potion, but Sarah does. Sarah knows the potion by heart, but Winifred is having trouble remembering it, but Mary doesn't want Sarah to say anything. Sarah just said dead man's toe, but Mary cut her off. Well, Winifred's getting desperate by calling out to the book like that. And the book is now awake. They're going to try and open the book. Bad idea. No harm could come from reading a book. Where have I heard that before? Well, the witches are dead. What harm can it do? Well, what they don't know is that the Sanderson sisters are very much alive and very much angry. Nothing weird so far. Winifred thinks this is the end. Winifred thinks it's all over, but once she looks out that window, she'll think otherwise. And she sees it. This next part of the movie is my absolute favorite because it's the point where we get to hear the full version of the song that Sarah was singing in the beginning of the movie. It's my favorite song. My absolute favorite part of the movie. I'm pretty sure right about now that there is another live stream going on, which is, I think the Renegades are probably live streaming their... By the way, folks, on the Renegade Media Group YouTube channel, which I think the Renegades are probably live streaming right now, this is the final day of Spoopstober. They've been streaming every day since October 1st. Which I'm pretty sure that they're really tired. But today's the final day for Spoopstober on the Renegade Media Group YouTube channel, so if you guys are watching this live, once this stream is over, I'll be going right over to that particular live stream if they are streaming right as we end. But we've got about, I'd say, 25 minutes left of the movie. my favorite part of the movie is coming up, but it's not happening right now. They still have to get the book back. But once the Sanderson sisters do have the book, then my favorite part of the movie will happen. Yay, product placement. A couple of 7-Up cans and salt. And what about new boyfriends? Yeah, you might want to go check on Danny because, well, Winifred Sanderson was at the window of the bedroom. Guess what, Max? You just made a big, big mistake. Yes, something is weird. The Sanderson sisters have invaded. They have the book, Danny, and they also have Thackeray Binks. Oh, a perfect good drum set destroyed. Oh, that's a big explosion. Danny's been kidnapped. Thackeray Binks is in a big, thick black sack. And the book has been taken. They're about to figure out that the black flame candle only brought them back for this one Halloween night. Ah, here's my favorite part. Use thy voice, Sarah, fill the sky, bring the little brats to die. Sarah is singing. Into a land of enchantment. I can't help but sing along. It's my favorite song. Out of the entire movie, it's my favorite part. Here in my garden of magic. I'm a pretty good singer, but sometimes I can be a very bad one too. There's a This is only part of it, but there are more lyrics to the song. You can look it up on YouTube. Um, I think you can look it up. Garden of Magic, Hocus Pocus, or something like that. I'll put a if I do find the link to that to a particular to that YouTube video that I'm talking about. I'll put a link in the description once the live stream does get processed and all that. Once the live stream's over, and I'll probably once the live stream gets processed and gets put up onto once the live stream is over and gets processed by YouTube and gets put up on the channel, I'll be sure to I'll try and remember to put a link in the description of the of the full version of the song, which has more lyrics to it. Danny's kind of right there, Winifred. You sold your soul to the devil, which makes you the ugliest thing to ever live. We're getting to the end portion of the stream. Well, actually, to the end portion of the movie. Well, Thackeray, you don't have to worry because she ain't gonna drink that. She's biting and kicking people, and here comes Max. Oh, yes. There's one thing that Max knows that Winifred doesn't, and that's daylight savings time. They actually think that's the sun coming up. It's just the high beams of their vehicle. Well, Ice and the two bullies have been left on their own. Into the car. Oh, there goes the sign. You got fooled again there, Winifred. Oh, there's only enough for just one person. At this point, they have everything. Winifred has the book. They can make more potion, but at this point, Winifred right now is so blinded by her rage that she wants revenge on Danny for calling her ugly. Well, they think they've lost. They think they've lost him, but there's Winifred. Well, Winifred's been knocked into the ditch. I feel a sneeze coming. I have to mute my mic real quick. Alright, I'm back. Had to sneeze. It was a pretty long sneeze. It was about 2 or 3 sneezes. Well, Winifred, if you keep insulting Billy Butcherson like that, he won't do anything for you. And plus, I have a little secret for you, Winifred. Billy Burchison never liked you from the beginning. Billy Burchison just called Winifred Sanderson about everything in the. Billy Burchison finally let Winifred Sanderson know just how he feels. Yeah, that's right. Billy Burchison's a good guy. You know what? Next year I should find some Renaissance clothing and dress up as Billy Burchison for next year's Halloween. I think by then I'll have enough. I think by then I'll be making enough money to get a proper costume because at this point I am living on the edge of. I'm not making a whole lot of money. In fact, I'm not making any money. I'm just. Well, here come the Sanderson sisters. The Sanderson sisters are here, and they've already prepared everything, or so they think. The last ditch effort of the Sanderson sisters. Because dawn is slowly approaching. Oh, there goes Billy's head. Winifred just kicked Billy's head off his shoulders, and now it's rolling down the hill. All the salt's been used, and Danny is now out of Billy's grave, which was surrounded by salt. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. And Danny has been once again kidnapped by Winifred Sanderson. Thora Birch is one of the great child actresses of her time. I wouldn't mind seeing Thora Birch in a movie now. This is some great acting by all of them. Oh, there goes Thackeray Binks jumped up where Winifred was to save Danny and got tossed a long way. Oh, Max just drank the rest of the vial. Max just sacrificed himself to save his sister, drinking the last of the potion. Well, Max is fighting back as best he can. Well, Winifred's close to falling off the broom, and Mary's attempting to come and save her. Here comes Sarah to help Mary. And the sun is rising. There go the Sanderson. There goes Mary and Sarah. Hi, Clarify. Hi, Mom. Happy Halloween, everybody. We're getting close to the end of the movie now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Clarify. We're now at the final moments of the movie. Well, looks like well, if there's one thing that you have to know about witches, they cannot stand on hallowed ground, which is graveyards. And Winifred Sanderson is standing on hallowed ground, and the sun is slowly rising over the horizon. And goodbye, Winifred. Winifred is now a stone statue, which means Winifred Sanderson is now officially dead forever. Sarah just exploded, and now Mary. Yeah, Mom, I figured you were busy. There may be a few buffering and dropped frames toward the beginning of it, but it's not that bad. Well, the Sanderson sisters are now dead. Yep. Jason Marsden. It's this movie has become a yearly tradition for me. I always watch this every year for Halloween. The next movie I'll be trying to do, yeah, he was also Max. The next movie I'll probably be streaming. I'm not sure which movie I'll be streaming next time. But well, looks like they're trying to find Binks, but yeah, Binks is gone. The witches are not dead. The spell's broken. This was another scene when I first saw this movie back in '93. This is another scene that made me real sad too. And there's Thackeray. Beetlejuice is another great movie. Yep, Thackeray Binks is now free. And it's all because of Danny. Danny freed him. And there's Emily. Oh, I think I could call this a happy ending. Thackeray Binks, the curse of immortality on Thackeray Binks was broken. Thackeray Binks is also reunited with his little sister Emily. It's kind of a sad and it's kind of a happy, sad ending. Yeah. Emily, yeah. What took you so long, Thackeray? Well, it took me 300 years to wait for a virgin to light a candle. But the movie's not over yet. We at this point in the movie, I really thought back then when I first thought that this was the end of the movie, and I just turned it off. But there's actually an end credit scene that there's actually an end credit scene, I think. Yep, here it is. The parents that were dancing at the party, their spell was broken. That one scene where Winifred was singing, and that's good news, Clarify. At least he can have some sweets now, just not a whole lot. He doesn't want to end up like Ice in this movie and get a stomach ache. Well, that's the movie. Well, we're now in the end credits of uh, of Hocus Pocus. This movie still holds up after all this time. It was 1993 when this movie was first put out. This movie still holds up. I am I'm very curious to see what Disney is going to do with the remake of this movie, because they're not giving a whole lot of information other than the movie is not going to be a theatrical release. The remake of Hocus Pocus will be a TV movie. It'll debut on the Disney Channel whenever they get finished with it, I guess. It's going to be very interesting to see which story direction they take, if they're going to go into more detail about, if they're going to go into more detail of just how the Sanderson sisters came into what they were, or if they're going to go into more of the backstory of Billy Butcherson. But that great movie, great cast. Thora Birch as Danny, great acting in this movie. I think if I haven't done it already, I may. Um, I, I I'm gonna go check the movies after this stream is over, which it's almost over. Yeah, it'll probably be out sometime next year or probably the year after that. It'll take a while for Disney to cast the movie and all that. The next live stream will be Thursday, and um, coming up on Thursday, I'll be doing my Let's Talk live streams. I'll be getting back to that. I'll probably be doing my fan commentary live streams every other week. Uh, my live streams will still be on Thursday, but today was a special Halloween edition of fan commentaries, and that's it. Movie's over, and the credits have played out. We're back now in the movie menu, but I th- this Thursday will be I'll be returning to my Let's Talk series. But next Thursday, I'll be doing another fan commentary next Thursday. So be prepared for that. I'll probably during my Let's Talk stream on Thursday, I'll announce what movie I'll be doing next Thursday. So it'll be every other Thursday that I'll be doing a fan commentary. But this Thursday, I'll be going back to my 30-minute Let's Talk series. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and this live stream will be available to watch on YouTube once it gets done processing and all that. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm Bronx Billy 45. I will see you guys this Thursday for Let's Talk. Goodbye, everybody.